YouTube, what the giant mammoth dung is going on? Welcome to the Norsca Campaign. That's right, Norsca. I'm going to be actually playing as the faction of Norsca using Wulfrik the Wanderer. Some of you might be like, but Air, I wanted to see you be the troll guy from Wintertooth. Throg. Don't get me wrong, Throg sounds awesome. I mean, when you have a name like Throg, it's pretty obvious that you're going to be out throgging humans all the time, and I'm a big fan of that. However, I think Lionheart was intending to play as Throg, and it's not like I can't do the same thing as him. I've done it before, but I just figured, you know, he's got a sizable following of Total War fans. I've got a sizable following, so I'll make sure it splits up a little bit. And obviously, with only 2 new lords, it's pretty likely that I'm going to overlap a lot of people, but that's okay. So, Wulfrik the Wanderer. Who is this guy? What's he going to be doing? Who is he? I don't know. He's a guy who stabs ugly giants in the eye with a big sword, apparently, if I'm to believe the little 3D porthole there. But in any case, we're going to play, let's crank up the difficulty. We're going to play a campaign with him, and he gets plus 15 mammoth, or attack for all mammoths. That's pretty awesome. He gets minus upkeep for Marauder units. That'll be good early in the campaign. Not so great later on. All units in Wulfric's army cause fear. That is good. We appreciate that. So it should be fun. And he's going to start with some Marauder Berserkers, which are a really good infantry unit against unarmored infantry. They do massive damage to unarmored infantry. Marauder Ice Wolves chariots. These guys are kind of a light chariot. They're okay. They're not great in what I've seen so far. And then Skin Wolves, which are actually a really cool unit. This is basically like 18 werewolves rolling around. They have a bonus versus large, and they're pretty fast, and are going to be a good unit. They have regeneration and frenzy. So let's get the campaign started. I'll let you all enjoy the cutscene.
Those in the north are closest to the gods. Their lands lie within the ebbing shadow of chaos. For in the land of monsters and ice, where no crops grow, they have to be. Thus, I have come to guide their raw talent. Why waste such savagery on each other, while the southern lands are ripe for ravaging?
So that was pretty awesome. Nice cutscene. I'm sure that if you pick Throg, it plays the exact same one. Which is probably something that Creative Assembly could fix there.
Glory to you, Wulfrik, Wanderer of the world. You have returned home a slayer of champions. Yet more battles and glory awaits across the Sea of Claws and in the mountains of Norsca. Around you, the tribes of Norsca hunger for blood, yet they fight amongst themselves. With such rich offerings beyond your borders, you must rally these hardened souls beneath your banner. To the east, the mountains contain great labyrinths and lairs that are home to formidable beasts. Hunt down these creatures, ensnare them to do your bidding, whilst being ever watchful of the nearby dwarfs. To the south, Kislev, ruled by overconfident Tsars. These lands are rich with wealth. Tear these men of the bear limb from limb, opening a path for your masters to aid you in due course. Beyond Kislev lies the Empire. Its bickering states of power are ripe with treasures. Take from these soft southern lands and establish new ports on their shores from which you can raid further. Wulfrik, you are the eternal challenger, and your gods have blessed you with the gift of tongues. Embody their cold, ruthless nature, and set sail aboard Seafang for wrath and ruin.
All right.
The harsh and desolate wastes of Norsca embrace you into its cold and wintry grip, my lord. Yet it cannot sustain your appetite for war indefinitely.
Yeah. Can it? All right. Attain level 1 allegiance with any god. So, how to play. It gives you the basic description here, so let's walk through it so you all know how this is going to work. It says, the northern marauders thirst for battle, raiding and pillaging the lands across the Sea of Claws under their patron god's ever-watchful gaze. Form an allegiance and devote yourself to one of the gods, be their champion, and raise the world in their ruinous name. So the gods offer great rewards and bonuses once a significant amount of allegiance has been pledged by erecting great monoliths in raised settlements. Norscan settlements generate only a small income, so their main source is from raiding and sacking rivals' lands. To sustain a larger force, you'll need to adopt their barbaric nature, meaning more raiding and pillaging. The monstrous arcanum allows you to embark on wild hunts to track down and defeat ferocious beasts. Defeating them grants powerful items and some of the captured beasts to command in battle. Confederate the Norscan tribes by defeating their leaders in battle. This will greatly improve your diplomatic standing. And Marauder outposts can be established at conquered coastal settlements outside Norsca, enabling basic recruitment options and locations from which to replenish your armies. Securing major capital cities allows fully developed Norscan settlements to be built and unlocks unique technologies that can be researched. Should be a lot of fun. Sounds like it's going to be another, yet again, unique campaign. Very much looking forward to this one. And the new units should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and hole up an Ice Drake Fjord. And we're going to build a Raiders camp. And I'm just going to save my money for a couple turns. Let's begin the recruitment cost for Marauders, and then weapon strength for Marauders, and then armor. I'm going to go down this train first, then we'll open up the monster hunter here, which should allow us to start doing some hunts. In terms of the tribes around us, I mean, no one really likes each other to start off with. So let's just get things going. I mean, this is not going to be a diplomatic campaign, right? Man, I'm so pumped. This is going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to this campaign. Going to be a bunch of cool monstrous units. Cool Norscan units. Should be tons of fun. Regiments of Renowned. There's going to be all kinds of good stuff here. So we should be at war with Scaling right off the bat. I'm going to try and wipe them out. We can now recruit some better units, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get these Berserkers because they're going to be very good against other cheap Norsican infantry. Get a couple of spears. And then, how many javelins? I don't have any javelins. I'm going to recruit a lot of troops here. We need a big army, and we need it quick, because the AI is going to have big armies, and they're going to have them fast. This is going to push my upkeep pretty hard. That's okay. The Berserkers have quite a lot of upkeep. The other units are not so bad, just the regular Marauders. They're around like 90 or 100 each. But the Berserkers are 169, which is pretty expensive for early on like this. Let's go ahead and just get the rest of our troops cranked out, and then we'll start trying to make our money through raiding, pillaging, victory, all the typical type of stuff. One more turn and we'll get our last javelinman. And then we'll try and build up some more money before we get more troops. And we're going to want to get a sorcerer, that's for sure. Alright, so we've spent enough turns at Ice Drake Fjord. Let's lash out at Longship Graveyard.
The chieftains want pillaging.
The heck do you want, Nordland? Go sit on a sharp stick, buddy. Alright, public order -4 because I really needed that. Thank you. Alright, Longship Graveyard, you're dead. Mine now, chumps.
This settlement
Now,
is yours to do with.
yeah, so we could raise it, and I'm probably going to try this, the Hound. If you look over here, if you just tooltip over, the Champion of the Hound level 3 gives me a unique Hell Cannon battery, which sounds really fun. The Champion of the Eagle gives me a Mighty Lord of Chains, Azric the Maze Keeper, which sounds pretty cool. And then we have over here a Specialist Chaos Sorcerer. That also sounds really cool. And then we've got a this one over here unleashes a plague on the old world, which, hang on, I looked at the wrong one here. Yeah, this one right here releases a plague. So, could be a lot of fun. You all tell me which one you want to see. I'll put a poll up. Which god do you want me to appease? In this first episode, it's not going to be a big deal, but, you know, let me know moving forward. So I'll put the poll up and you all tell me. And I will start working towards it after like the second or third episode, and we'll start working that way, because we don't have to do it immediately. Frostworm Scale. Wow. So that gives, holy crap, that's going to give Wulfric the frostbite attacks, which takes away like a ton of speed. Wow, that was a pretty sweet rare item to pick up in the very first battle. I'm not going to argue with the results there. That is pretty spectacular. I am going to go ahead and try and build up the settlement here, so that we can have more offerings made available to us. Wulfric is going to gain his first skill points. So let's actually go with Route Marcher, and then we'll do some work from there. And just his tree, by the way, let's head in there. So down here, I mean, this blue tree, a lot of typical campaign boost type stuff like casualty replenishment, unit experience, upkeep cost, which that's kind of cool. You can drop upkeep cost by 15% for all units. Lightning strike. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff down here in this tree. And then up here, there's two of these red trees here, one of which focuses on like a certain group of units and gets you to standard die, and then the other one goes to fighter die. You can research both of them. This one, I mean, there's stuff for mammoths, skin wolves, marauder cavalry, warhounds, marauder spearmen, marauder hunters, Marauder Berserkers, and then Marauder Champions. So there's all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, he's got his own buffs and his unique items that he can go get as well. His War Mammoth Mount, which we can get to at level 18. Charge bonus, armor, melee defense, attack, foe seeker, wound maker for weapon damage, hit points, quicksilver. And then we can get up here to this Hunter of Champions, which is a crazy hex, which takes away 60 melee defense, 48 speed, and 30 armor. That is going to be brutal. And it looks like it works on enemy lords and heroes. So that ought to be a lot of fun. Wulfric's a pretty cool character. Not a war mammoth. He's going to have like 10,000 hit points. It's going to be absurd. I remember thinking it was crazy that Mazda Mundi was going to have like 9,000 something, but apparently he's nothing compared to Wulfric the Wanderer on a mammoth. Alright, we have the Icehorn Marauders, which I don't need right now. They're just going to be extra upkeep. So I'm not going to pull in the Icehorn Marauders just yet, which is a Regiment of Renown. Let's do the Casualty Replenishment and Growth, probably. I'm going to try and get some somewhat economic buffs here. Let's stop over in Ice Drake Fjord. Actually, it's making no difference, so let's just skip Ice Drake Fjord and head on up to Doomkeep and try and secure the province, so we can determine what to do next. Okay, let's see. Good to go. It's a little bit risky to go force march up into enemy territory, but I think we'll be safe. Let's end another turn. Hopefully we can get a good battle here in the first episode. I'm feeling pretty good about our chances with Wulfrik. He starts with the Sea Fang ability, which is kind of like Wind of Death. Super good versus large units of infantry. Gonna move up towards Doom Keep. And we do have a pretty large army there.
The eternal challenger.
3-5. It may not hurt to just go ahead and pick these guys up so we have an extra unit in the army. And let's go ahead and build up something here. I want to get a hold of... Let's see, the Ruinous Altar goes all the way up to a high level, so I should probably build it in this home settlement. It's 3 turns till I pick up a surplus point. We can do this, which gives us income. This one gives us growth. Let's go with the income first, and then we'll move on to growth. I'm not going to get a lot of income out of our settlements, but we'll take what little bits we can get until we get a chance to do more raiding and pillaging in richer lands. I think we just go ahead and attack. They're going to have their defense at the settlement as well, which is going to give them a fair number of units. They got a lot of Marauder Spears, and all these Javelins are honestly a bit concerning. Hey, so I was trying to play the battle, and I had a couple of problems. The first time I played the battle at Doomkeep to the scaling, I lost, and it was kind of frustrating because I made a mistake and I wanted to redo it. But then when I came back, like the save was messed up, and it crashed a couple of times, and so I started a new one and played it up to here, and then instead these guys took over Doomkeep for me. So you're going to see things slightly different here, but that's okay. We'll still get some fights in nonetheless. So I think I'm going to go ahead and attack these guys here. This is the Hellspire Mountains. We got the Hellspire Tribe. Or we could go after Bjornling's Gathering. Let's see who shows up as weaker. Or, sorry, the Gormundy Tribe. No, not the Gormundy. These guys. Vanaheimlings. They're at strength rate 26. These guys are at strength rate 23. Varg have a weaker strength rating, and we have a non-aggression pact with these guys, so we probably shouldn't attack them. My strength rate is 21, though. So maybe we should use the opportunity to strike while the iron's hot here. I was doing some raiding, because I'm not making much money. I have a few more Berserkers this time. Let's go ahead and declare war on our new enemies here and take their settlement. If we can take the fight on their turf, it should keep our areas safe. So we're finally just barely back in the positive here. We're going to build this to give me just a little bit of extra income here too. And let's get to work trying to do some more damage to these guys. Norscan Resilience. Let's see. Marauder Berserker units. This would be a nice buff to get, like buffing up our Marauder Berserkers. Wulfrik is almost up to level 5, where we should start getting a couple of skill points because of the mods. I'm using the same mods, basically, that I used in the Beastmen campaign. So pretty much the same thing there. If you want to see it, go back and check that out. I think I showed you what mods I was using. We have an opportunity for a battle here. Is this Ulf guy their faction leader? Yep. So if we defeat him, we might be able to get these guys to just join us. And that would be pretty cool. So we're going to fight a big battle here. It says we have the advantage, and I can see why. They do have a few Berserkers. I have more, but they have a lot of Spearmen, and I think we can get the advantage here. So let's go ahead and fight. Actually hold just a marginal skirmisher advantage here. Let's see. Let's get a line of Berserkers. I want to spread out really wide. Let's take these guys to the flank of the Berserkers. Spears to the far... Actually, let's keep the spears right behind the main line. So let's take these guys. Make one big long line. And I want my leader right in the center of it, and he can fire the Sea Fang down one way or the other. I'm gonna put the 2 spears kind of back behind the main line so that they can join the battle wherever needed against large foes. Let's move these guys back. Put these guys on defensive. There we go. Wulfric right there. There's warhounds on that flank. Not super concerned about the warhounds. Let's just leave these units back on each flank. Okay. Let's try this. Let's move up. We've attacked them, so the AI is going to camp. So I'm going to have to move all the way forward, so I'll fast forward while I do it. I should have a Berserker advantage in the center, but the difficulty settings, where it's going to be same unit on same unit, the AI will probably win that. That's why I want to get buffs to my units as quickly as possible. Let's actually tear down this Berserker unit a bit. That'll give me an early advantage. Okay, push it forward. Yeah, that's not exactly what we want. Okay, take the charge. Charge. Crap. Missed a couple charges. Skin Wolves take down the Hounds. Get in here and help. We took out the 1 unit of Berserkers. Start going after a few of their Javelins. Let's get over here into this flank. Help our Berserkers out because they're under some pretty intense pressure at the moment. Let's see if we can get Wulfric into a position to launch the Sea Fang here. Come on, get out of that fight, Wulfric. Yeah, right there, right there. That's where I want you to be. Okay, there we go. So we should get a good Sea Fang here. Oh yeah! Right through the enemy troops. Cut a pretty good swath there. Let's bring up these guys. How did my Skin Wolves do back here? Skin Wolves chasing off. Okay, let's reposition our skirmishers. Never mind, we're good there. Let's push around on the infantry. You guys chase off the... Let's get back over to this flank to help out. We lost a few units in the center, which is kind of irritating. Wulfric, though, is doing good against the enemy lord. And we are losing the infantry fight somehow right now. That's pretty irritating. I did miss a few charges, but I feel like I should have had the advantage here. Let's get into the back of this fight and help out Wulfric. If we keep him alive, we'll win. Rear charge over here with the Skin Wolves. The Skin Wolves regenerate, so they'll slowly gather back strength over time, so it should get a solid rear charge. Okay, Javelins. Let's move back up. Got some good throws there. Chariots, let's just see if we can keep units busy. Wolf is about to drop. Good, he's dead. That should see the destruction of the remaining enemy troops. Got hit by a few warhounds in the back there. Okay, cleaned up that infantry fight. Skin Wolves. Let's go chase down some of these guys. Get units back up into the fight. We still got a pretty fair number of Berserkers in the vicinity. Let's get them with Javelins. Alright, Skin Wolves, just watch it. I don't want to get tangled up with spears for too long. Let's pull away from that. Okay, the Berserkers are going to drop like flies to the Javelins because they don't have any defense against it. Let's take these guys out, take the infantry, turn around and rear charge the Skin Wolves. Let's go up here and take out the Berserkers. Skin Wolves doing their thing. Okay, perfect. So a big fight, but a fun fight. Certainly not without losses for me. Let's bring these guys back over here to help against the Berserkers, and I'm going to go chase down the rest of the skirmishers with my skin wolves. Push up over here. Not really sure how the AI hasn't chain routed yet. I mean, they're actually at a massive disadvantage. This is kind of overkill, but I'm going to do it anyway. Should line up the timing good. Get him! Perfect! Yeah! Right through the side of him. There we go. So yeah, not a crazy, amazing use, but got the job done. Here, get these regrouped infantry real quick. There you go. Get him! Get him, Wolfies! Got 93 kills with the skin wolves. Wow. What's this stupid frame lag going on? There we go. Alright, we did it. So we pulled off a big victory against Ulf, and that should put us in a good position to try and force his faction into a confederacy, because we just took down his faction leader and a huge army. So we're near a place where we can replenish. I mean, all those things should bode well for us.
You take the head of their tribe, my lord, paving the way for a simple and forceful confederation between you both.
I could do the replenishment, which is nice, but I'm gonna just take the money. Okay. Will they confederate at this point?
A timely arrival.
Really?
My warhounds haven't eaten in days.
Why does it say that, like, killing, like, defeating their leader in battle makes them want to confederate with you? I mean, these guys
Whichever woeful
have no intention of confederating with me whatsoever. It's somewhat irritating, actually. Yeah, beat him in battle. That'll force him into confederation. Maybe. Possibly. Alright, so we picked up 2 skill points this time. Let's buff up our Marauder Berserkers. The stronger those guys get, the better off we're going to be in combat. I cannot recruit anything fancy here because I'm not in the right province for it, so it would have to be global recruitment, which costs more and takes more time. What's the difference in these guys? Anti-infantry damage dealer frenzy. Unbreakable. Unbreakable? Basically, it just looks like they're unbreakable is the only real difference. 75 units, 75 units, yeah. I mean, so they're unbreakable. Okay. They cost a lot of upkeep. I'm not sure it's worth it. And those are immune to psychology with a vigor loss reduction. Icehorn Marauders are immune to vigor. Are they immune to vigor? Could be. I'm not worried about having either one of those units. Actually, I think I kind of am. It'll kill my upkeep cost, but we want to keep the momentum going here, I think, more than anything. I think I forgot to actually recruit those units. Or maybe not. Yeah, I did. There we go. I was like, how did I still have money left? Alright, so Doomkeep got taken away, which kind of stinks because I need Doomkeep to complete my province. I'm a little bit irritated about that, actually. All this is still my territory up to that line. So I can still replenish. There's even an encampment. Takes 50% of my movement range. A raiding camp, though. Yeah, we don't want to do that because it's going to be bad for my own public order. Let's just push up and keep pressure on our enemies here. We want to keep them on the run. They've got 2 more settlements back here that I'd like to put pressure on. Alright, let's do this monster hunter. At least I think that's what I want to do. Ammunition and missile damage for Marauder units. I don't know, that could be pretty handy too, and so could this. Let's go down that route, because we're going to have a lot of Marauder units for the time being. Anyway, I'm out of time for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now. I'll see you back on the next episode.